Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to install the Zettelkasten fault vials if you purchased them from my website. The files are all there, everything that you need. I just want to walk you through how easy it is to get that data into your Obsidian fault so that you can then follow along on the rest of the videos in this series if you want to. Don't worry if you opted not to purchase the vault and to use it, you can just replicate all of the steps that I did to create the vault. Let's head over to my desktop and we'll get started. When you first open up Obsidian, it's going to ask you to create a new vault. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and say create. It's going to ask for the vault name. I'm going to name mine the Zettelkasten vault. It's going to ask where you want this vault saved. Most of the time, it's going to be on your C drive, and the path for that file should have been in the instructions that came with your download. I'm going to click Browse, and I specifically selected Obsidian. I have mine backed up on a Seagate drive just in case something ever happens to my computer. I still have access to all of my research notes. There's nothing that I want to lose within my Obsidian. Go ahead and click Create, and this is the generic vault that Obsidian is going to go ahead and give to you. Next, we want to actually access the file and put them in here so that you can see it. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and close Obsidian. On my desktop is the zip file. And inside this file that you received as a part of your download is the Zettelkasten folder and the table of academic disciplines. And this is the file that we're going to want to move into that Obsidian file tree so that you can access everything that I've already created. To do that, open your Obsidian folder, find the vault that you created based on its name, and inside you're going to see this .obsidian folder and the welcome. I copy and paste those files right in here. Tell it to replace the files in the destination. That's because I've updated some of the original files. Wait for it to finish making the copies. This may take a few minutes. As you can see, there's over 200 files that it has to move over and copy. Okay, and now that it's done, if you click off, back into the main directory there of Obsidian, click back on, you will see that all of the files are there. We can go ahead and close that, reopen your Obsidian. Because I have multiple vaults, I'm going to go ahead and select. Now it's going to ask you if you trust the author of this vault. I'm assuming you're going to say yes since you purchased it from me. You're going to want to say trust author and enable plugins. I did include one plugin with this vault, and that's one to give you a word count. So here you're going to see installed plugins, better word count, it's turned on. Say turn on and reload if you don't want it. Otherwise, if it's missing, you can also go in to community plugins and say turn it on, and there it is. Okay, so it's up to you. I use it. I think it's very helpful in ensuring that each of my cards is written very deliberately and that I stay as concise with my text as possible. But if you're not comfortable with the use of community plugins or you don't want to use the word count, you do have the ability to turn that off. A few other things that I like to do when I come in is go to the editor and just kind of make sure that things are set up the way I like and that it'll behave the way I want. Most of this should already be set up for you. The other thing that you may want to do is go into appearance. You can change your color. I just opted to have this be a nice bright red so it would be easier to see on the monitor. And I like to scroll down to the zoom level, and let's face it, my eyesight's not the best, so I like to keep it at around 120 or 130% zoom. This just makes it easier for me to see it on my screen and to work within it. Again, those are your personal choices. And other than that, I don't do anything else within the Obsidian program itself. I don't learn about any of the customization. I don't learn about any of the tips or tricks within it beyond what I'm going to show you. For now, I'll go ahead and keep this left sidebar open along with the right sidebar so that I can show you things. But when I'm actually working within my cards themselves, I will often just click on these icons here and hide those sidebars so that my desktop is as clean as possible. I find that this just helps me to work better. Again, that's your personal preference. And for now, as we're going through and using the various cards and files and systems within here, I'm going to go ahead and leave that on for you. And let me make sure I'm back into the correct vault. There we go. The other thing that you may want to do is come in here, and here's that generic welcome card that it gave you. If you right mouse click and select delete, you can go ahead and get rid of that. And that's all there is. That's everything that you need to install the Zettelkasten vault if you purchased it from me. And in the next video, we'll start working our way through each of the boxes, the tabs, the table of academic disciplines, and how I use this system to compile the most critical information that I find within the research so that I can use that then to write my articles, write my book, and draft my dissertation. Thanks for coming. I hope you found this helpful. Be sure to click the button and subscribe if you want to stay informed not only on what I'm doing within the Zettelkasten system, but if you want to know more about emerging technologies and artificial intelligence, those videos should be coming shortly. Thanks. Have a great day.